Hey guys, welcome back. For those of you who are new here, my name's Amelia Parker, and today I'm going to be doing a video on how I do my luxurious curls slash waves. I like doing a little beach wave to my hair every so often, and the nice thing about it is that it lasts me a few days at a time, so I don't really have to style my hair other than like the initial time and then maybe like a couple touch-ups here and there. So I'm going to take you on an adventure over the course of the next couple of days as to how I curl my hair and using my new Revlon blow dryer, and then in addition to that I will be showing you like my care and like upkeep for how I keep my curls curly throughout the course of the next couple of days. So let's get started. So I like to use a combination of things to kind of like prep my hair for like heat. The first thing being this Amika Bombshell spray. Next I like to use the Ouai leave-in conditioner. It like detangles my hair and like makes it so that I'm able to like brush through it the rest of the week, because definitely as a blonde my hair is a little bit more tangly. And then I have the Neon & Co. Frizz Fighter. I just put a little bit of that like kind of at the top of my head to like eliminate some of the frizziness that I get, especially when I blow dry. Then I like to take a little bit of the R & Co. Prep Spray. I only have it in a sample size, but when I make another Sephora order soon, I'm hoping that I'm able to get a bigger size. And then I do a little brushing action. I always start from the bottom and work my way towards the top so that I don't pull any hairs. So I'm going to pin back one side of my hair, and then I have an alligator clip, and I'm going to start by sectioning off a little bit of hair and using my blow dryer. I have to say that as far as this goes, this is like absolutely amazing. Like, it's so much easier to use because it's not holding two different things at one time. So I like this because it is like one thing altogether. I also like it because it kind of gets more like time on the roller as well. So I know that you probably saw me going like this and kind of like looping it over, but I figured that the reason I would do that was because it would give it like more air time, so it would take less time overall for me to like dry my hair. My only complaint about it is that it's a little bit heavy, especially like when I do my top pieces. I like to go up and like continue to go up so it gives my hair like a little bit of volume. It does get a little bit heavy over time, but for the most part it is pretty darn good, and for like the price that it is, I really like it. So I definitely would recommend this. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Maybe next time I will just have to like grab the top pieces of my hair and like do them sideways to like give myself a little bit more volume. So that is like really my only complaint. Other than that, like my hair is like smooth and like completely dry and like isn't any more frizzy than it would be if I were to use a regular hair dryer and round brush. So definitely like this. Now for the curling section. So this is a curling iron that I actually got off of Amazon, and it's really cool because it comes with detachable heads. So it comes with like 5 or 6 different size barrels to put on it, which is really, really helpful because then I don't have like 8 different curling irons to use. So having like the ability to choose what size barrel you want and just kind of like interchanging it on this little like wand here makes a huge difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to section my hair again. I like to put one side all the way back and only like focus on one side at a time, and then split my top and bottom in half, and take an alligator clip and clip everything out of my way. So when I curl my hair, I put it on the lowest setting because I want like looser waves, so I like having less heat. 1, because it's less damaging to my hair, but 2, because if you want like that kind of like waviness as opposed to like a tight curl, you're definitely gonna want the lower setting. The curls last me at least like 2 or 3 days at a time, and I typically like touch up maybe like every other day on my curls, so it does a pretty good job even though it's on like the lowest heat setting. Okay, so I just kind of take it in like 1-inch sections, and I take my curling iron and I kind of like place it so that it makes like a more ribbon curl. And then I leave like the end off for a little bit, and I'll like honestly hold it on there for like 10 seconds because if we're going for waves, like we don't want a super tight curl, so I'll leave it on there for only 10 seconds, maybe 15 at the most, but for the most part I like having like just a wave. And then we kind of get this, and it looks pretty good on that one. And I like touch up here and there depending on if I need like a little bit more curl. I also like to make sure that I have like a little bit of like straightness at the bottom too, because it kind of gives it like that beachy waviness instead of like curling it all the way to the bottom. I think it's just like a little bit like too tight and like put together if I curl it like all the way to the bottom. See how it's like a little bit more like straight at the bottom? And then I'll go ahead and like pull it. And it has like that nice like waviness to it now. And then I'll start with the top section. So with the top section, I'm like a little bit more careful with and like methodical, I guess, with my curls, because I like to make sure that I have like 3 or 4 inches before I start putting it on the barrel, because I don't want the curl like too close to my scalp. I want it to be like a little bit farther down. It's like perfect. And then I brush it out. Got that nice, beautiful like waviness to it without it being overly curly. And like, see how like all the straight pieces now like kind of give it like that beachiness? That's like what I'm trying to go for. Then I'll take my curling iron sometimes and kind of like touch up on the bottom so that they all kind of like face the same way. And run over any curls that are like maybe a little bit too tight. There we go. And onto the other side. For some reason when I do my right side, it like always comes out like either better or worse than my left side. Like I'm not really sure why. I can never have like both have a good like equilibrium of like looking good. So I'm hoping that it comes out okay. My left side today for some reason came out like really good. So I have a feeling like my right side will either come out like shit or it's gonna look like really fire. So I guess only time will tell. So I finished off camera and now my hair is like nice and wavy and beautiful, and I took the curling iron and like finished my ends and everything. So honestly this is like the best my hair's ever come out, and I think it's because I like blow dried before, so like all of this up here is like nice and smooth and soft, but it looks like gorgeous from the back. And then when I'm done, I usually like to take my Amika hairspray and hairspray the shit out of my head. Unfortunately, it's like out and it's like not empty, it's like completely full, but like the little sprayer thing doesn't work. And it's past like the time that I would be able to like return it to Sephora, so I need to just go and buy like a new one because this is like the best hairspray ever. So in the meantime, I just have a Aussie hairspray. I hate the smell of this though, it's so gross. It's like grape, like a grape lollipop on your hair, and it's like the weirdest thing ever, and I hate it. So and then what I like to do after that, just to give it like a little bit more texture, is take the Ouai Texturizing hairspray. I also have heard the Amika one is really good, so I need to go and get myself some of that once I run out of this size. So I'll just kind of pull it apart, give it some texture. And the Ouai anything has like the best smell to it ever. I actually have like the perfume and everything too, and it smells so good. So now I'm off to my event, and then over the course of the next couple of days, I will show you how I like maintain my curls over a couple of days. So bye. So I'm all cleaned and moisturized from my event. I had so much fun. It was like a Valentine's Day celebration, and they had like the best dessert table. They had a chocolate fountain, and it was supposed to be like Valentine's Day themed too, so they had like all kinds of like other fun desserts, and the chocolate fountain had like strawberries and marshmallows and like other kinds of like cookies and whatever else. So, oh my god, it was so delicious. And I have, oh, apparently my trusty sidekick here who wants to help me do my hair. I'm going to show you like the bun that I use as a default for whenever I just need like my hair back for a little bit. So give me 1 second to like mount to my sink, and I can show you how I put the bun up, and then I will show you the little like cap that I use at night to like preserve my curls. So this little bun that I do is like not super nice looking or anything, but it keeps the hair out of my face and also doesn't like disturb my curls at all. So usually what I'll do is I have like one of these like Invisibobble like curly hair ties, and I will just gather all my hair, and I'll do like one grasp and then only pull it like halfway through the second time around, and it's like this like sometimes cute messy bun. but it like preserves my curls enough where like I don't have to worry about them like coming uncurled or getting kinks in them. So, and then for before I go to bed, I have this like bonnet kind of thing, and I got it off of Amazon, and I like need to get a couple more of these because I like use this literally all the time, and it's like satin, so it keeps my hair like protected from my pillowcase, doesn't let it dry out. It also keeps my hair from getting as oily as quickly. So kind of how I start is I separate like down the middle, and I always curl away from my face so I can like kind of gather all of the curls together and like turn them in the same direction whenever I like go to bed. So I'll usually just start gathering from like the nape of my neck and twisting in one direction. And you want to make sure it's like pretty smooth because you don't want like any bubbles or any weird kinks in it, because it'll like obviously stay that way the next day. And then I'll do the other side, and I've gotten pretty good at it to the point where I can do it like one-handed. And I usually just like cross them on the top here and hold one, and then I'll move you down so you can kind of see how I put it on. And I'll throw my sleeping mask on because I like it pitch black when I sleep, and go night-night. So, night-night. Are you helping me? Are you helping? So last night I slept without my bonnet on because I feel like when I use my bonnet sometimes it stays like a little bit too like tight in the curling. If I don't want it to stay as tight curly, I will sleep without it on and just throw my sleep mask over it, so you can see that the waves are like a little bit more relaxed now. The only thing I really have to like fix is like the frizziness, so I will usually just kind of like take a little bit of hairspray or something and like fix all that. And then I'll usually do some dry shampoo like on the days that I need it. I like to use my Amika dry shampoo. I just get my Amika dry shampoo from the pro shop because I have a pro license, but you can also get it at Sephora. So it has been like probably more than 48 hours since I had my event a couple of days ago. So I haven't touched up any of my curls since I went to the event. I have like a little bit more curliness on my right side, but that usually is what happens because the curling iron is like a little bit hotter by the time I get to my right side because I always do my left first. But I love being able to do curls like literally one day and then have it last like 3 or 4 days before I even need to touch it up. It gives me like a weird sense of pride to like take care of my curls and then like not have to worry about it for like a couple of days at a time. So hopefully these tips can kind of help you figure out how to save your curls a little bit better. So yeah, I'm just like thrilled with how they came out and like how they stay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. I have linked everything in the description box for you so you can purchase any of these products or tools at your leisure. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!